Hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. Excuse me. All right, so I was out here looking at the watermelons. Yesterday I walked down here and we had about 3/4, about 7/10 inch of rain day before yesterday and the night before. So they got a pretty good watering, and I'm just look how much they're running out in the yard, y'all. They're just going. I don't even want them to, and they are. But anyway. The watermelon that was over there was split almost in half, so I took it and gave it to the chickens. So I've still got 4 left, and although this one closest to me is the oldest, it's not quite the biggest. This one in here I think is, and this one I'm gonna get up close and show y'all. I've yet to pick one that was ripe, but when I looked it up online, it said when the little curlicue closest to the stem that it's on is dried up, the watermelon's ready. Well, you see it right here. It's all dried up. But also, I picked one when it was dried up and it wasn't ready. So then it says it's got to have a nice, good yellow sunspot. And the bottom of this is really yellow versus the top. So, according to the 2 signs, this watermelon is ready to pick. I am just really trying to be patient with it. But according to what Google says, this watermelon is ready to pick. So I think I'm going to pick it. But I've been stepping on the vines and everything else because I'm not wanting more watermelons. But this one's got a yellow spot growing on it, or lightening up on it. And it's the smallest one. And then that one. And it was sitting on its end. So I rolled it to its side. So I think I'm going to pick that watermelon and put it in the refrigerator and maybe cut it this weekend and see if it's right. It smells really good. The ones that split open smell really, really good. But look at this. The watermelon's running out across the yard 6 feet. And there's blooms still on it. The honeybees are still pollinating it. Got little baby watermelons. Look. Baby watermelons on it. It just refuses to give up this year, I guess. But there's another one over there that's a baby watermelon. I haven't even looked the rest of it, but goodness gracious, it just won't quit. So I'm gonna pick that watermelon right there inside the new raised bed that I haven't used yet and put it in the refrigerator. That deal, I let what was in this grow bag, the deal that was in this grow bag, go to seed. And I guess seed fell in this bag, it's in this grow bed, and it's grown some more deal. I just haven't messed with it. So I'm going to leave it alone. But doggone, I guess I can grow dill really well. All right. So I went ahead and gave the chicken some scratch when I got home. I was actually, and I started the video and then just trashed it, but I started the video, I stopped in the dirt road before I got home to my drive and mailbox and started the video so I could show y'all how the chickens run up, all of them run to the front corner up here when I drive up. But Sparky heard me before they did, and when he ran out there toward the mailbox, they all came running. They may have heard my truck, I don't know, but you didn't get to see it, so I just deleted it and started over. But all the chickens seem to be doing pretty well. I see that black sex link right there is picking on what's left of oh, that's a leaf. I thought it was part of the watermelon that was left from yesterday, but I don't even see it. Those 2 teenagers, almost grown, laying back there at the edge of the fence. I'm pretty sure this brown, white, and black one right here is a rooster. Look at those tail feathers. That's definitely a rooster. And its comb's getting big. Old White Knight hadn't kicked his butt yet. And the one next to it, I'm pretty sure is going to be a rooster too, because it's got the tail feathers coming out. And it's pretty much all white except for the tail feathers. So, could be a hen. I haven't seen a hen of his breed, so they may have, you know, bigger tails. I don't know. But I'm thinking they're both going to be roosters. I see squirrels jumping in the trees back there. I need to get my 22 out and start popping them tree rats. Still a lot of leaves left to fall. If the weather cooperates this weekend and time permits, I'm going to get out here and I'm going to cut my grass, but I'm also going to get into pens and mulch up all these leaves. They like eating the leaves, especially after you've chopped them up with your mower. So, anywho, I gave them a scratch. I've almost finished this can. I probably got 1 or 2 buckets of feed left in this can, and then all the other cans are still full. So I've been getting about a dozen a day. I had one day where I got like 8 or 9, but most of the time I'm still getting 12 to 14 eggs a day. I got a 15 egg day. I haven't got a 16 in a while, but so it's slowing down a little bit, but I'm still getting plenty of eggs. So come springtime, hopefully I will have already processed most of the older ones, or at least do it during spring. They'll be a year old then, and then these teenagers will be laying by then, and hopefully I'll have some more. If I could get a hen to set, I don't know. I got a Rhode Island Red in this middle pen, and y'all see there's 2 adult Rhode Island Reds in here, and then a couple of the mix that I hatched. And the 3 mix that I hatched. But the 2 adult Rhode Island Reds, they're laying pretty regular. But one of them gets in the nesting box in there and pretty much stays in that nesting box all day. Every time I check the camera, she's in there in that nesting box. But in the afternoon, she gets out, or she gets out right before roost time and gets up on the roost with the rest of them. So she's not sitting. I don't know what's going on with her, but she spends a lot of time in the nesting box. So, anywho, I was pleased with the 7/10 of an inch of rain. That really helped with our ground, as far as it was so freaking dry. It'd been about a month or more since we got significant amount of rain. So I'll take that 7/10 or 3/4, whatever it was. I'd like to get about that much more, but it's working. So I was just out here looking the other day. I need to get all the limbs that have fallen back there picked up so I can mulch those leaves as well. And I need to get another cover for that other fresh water tank back there. But that's just a matter of time. So anyway, all right, let's see what else. So I showed y'all I got up the vast majority of the plastic that was out here in the grandkids play area, but I need to bring the mower and chop up what's here and let the grass start back growing. Of course, it won't grow much during the winter, but next year the grass should grow, and I'll be able to just keep it cut rather than keep putting bark or gravel or whatever in here and the weeds grow through it. So I've still got to finish. I got to get those boards up over there and all that stuff, you know, get it moved, but haven't got to it yet. So I'm working on it. And I showed y'all on the Fat Moto motorized bike where I did get my hitch put on there, and I got my socket set out and tightened that up. So it should be nice and sturdy for me to be able to ride. I'm going to ask y'all, those of you that got bikes, do you oil your chains like WD-40 or something to stop them from rusting? Because mine's got a lot of red dirt on it, because that's where I live, on a red dirt road. But I was thinking of spraying it, but I know it's going to make the dirt stick to it more. But I was thinking of spraying the sprockets and the chains to try to help prevent rust. Y'all tell me if you think that's a good idea. This red dirt road, like I say, that dirt's going to stick to everything. So, and this isn't the kind of hay, I told y'all that before. It's not the kind of hay that I normally buy for the nesting boxes. This is some kind of straw. It was cheap, but it ain't what I was expecting it to be. So when I do go back and buy more feed, I'll probably get a bale of the regular straw or whatever, not that stuff, for the nesting boxes. But they seem to like the other stuff a lot better. This stuff I'll end up throwing down because, you know, we're getting into the rainy season, hurricane season and all that, and there's going to be a lot of mud. So I'll end up throwing all that down in the pens or in the run area where it's muddy to help slow the mud down a little bit. But every year you have to fight that. So I just don't know. I have not been to Lowe's. I've been needing to go to Walmart actually and pick up some things, but I've been putting it off. I done put it off for 2 weeks. But I'd like to get by Lowe's in the next week or two and start picking up some of the poles that I want to post. But I looked online and our local Lowe's doesn't have them. Tractor Supply has some. So I may just have to run out there and pick up 2 or 3 or 4 poles at a time and bring them, and, you know, eventually have enough to do this whole new chicken run area. But I looked for a 6-inch and I didn't see it, but like I say, local, they did have a 5-inch, and these are supposed to be 5 to 6. So if I get the 5-inch, they're about right at $20 a piece where I live. So you throw that in for 23 posts. That's quite a bit of money just in the post. And then you got to add in the fence, the chicken wire fence and the regular fence, and all the lumber you need to build the pens and the metal roof, and the metal's out of sight. And then, you know, the boards to build all the gates and the hinges and the latches. And I'm going to end up running. I got a buddy that's an electrician that has his own ditch witch. He told me I can borrow it anytime I want it. So when I get all that done, I'm going to run water and electricity out to the new pens, so I can bury it a lot deeper. And I'm going to borrow his ditch witch and just dig a whole new line all the way down and go into the pens with it, and bury that water line and that power, so I don't have so many extension cords out there. But I don't like borrowing stuff, so I'll either rent one or pay him for it. And I've already tried to talk to him about that, and he got, "You ain't paying me nothing, just come get it." He said, "I'll bring it to you." So anyway, we'll see about that. But I did add a lot of boards to the burn pile from the range when I redid it the other day, and some scrap pieces I already had. So I need to get this burned, and this is the time of year where I can actually burn it if I can get some nice calm weather. Like it's calm right now. There's not a breeze blowing. Humidity's high and it's calm. But I don't want to burn and there not be scheduled rain within the next day or two. I'd like to burn it a day or two before the rain hits, so that I know, you know, a nice calm day, you know, the old saying, calm before the storm. So if I can get a calm day when I'm off to come out here and burn all my burn piles, both of them, and, you know, it's supposed to rain a really good chance, like 80-90% chance, 24 to 48 hours later, that's when I prefer to burn. That way I know it's not going to spread. And, you know, I come out with a water hose anyway. But if y'all look at that pile, where if I stand still and just turn, there's my water source. So I've got plenty of hose. I can go way out past where my mulberry tree is. So I got plenty of water hose to come out and spray around them and keep the fire under control. But I'm not going to do it when it's dry. So anyway, always projects to go. I've been trying to, since my grandson got in trouble, I've been trying to go at least once. I'm hoping I can go at least twice, but at least once a week, and visit them when I get off work for an hour or so, you know, just so I've got some time with them. And hopefully he'll be out of trouble before long, and he'll be able to come spend some more time with Pawpaw. Both of them. When they're both here at the same time, they are very much a handful because they fuss and argue back and forth and so on. But the littlest one's not. My daughter told me the other day, says he can't really wash his own hair, you know. But I said he needs to learn, because when he can take care of himself, he can come on. But I don't have a tub in my house. When I built it a handicap shower, so you could roll in there in a wheelchair if you needed to. But I didn't put a tub in it. I don't need one. So anyway, they have to take a shower when they come out here, and I need him to be able to do that. I'm hoping he'll be able to pretty soon, so he can come, you know, by himself like the older one likes to do. But we will see. I love them both, but I'm not big on getting in there and helping them take a shower. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing that. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here, guys. I appreciate y'all watching my videos and keeping up with my channel, subscribing, hitting the thumbs up, all that stuff. You know, just by the way, talking, that stack of pallets back there, I was going to use the pallets to start building the stalls for the goats or pigs back there. Planting goats originally, but I don't think I'm going to end up doing that. Those pallets are probably going to go in the burn pile as well once everything's burned down. So we'll just have to see. And then I'll get up all, you know, rake up all the metal and nails and all that stuff and let the grass grow back. But anyway, thank y'all very much. Remember what I've always told you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared.